full-day kindergarten, and will you support it?
Well, I think I'm the only Republican that went on record supporting full-day kindergarten. And the reason I went on record was because of my experience in going around Arizona, observing all-day kindergarten classes. My youngest sister was a teacher of all-day kindergarten, and I have another sister who taught kindergarten for 30 years. And I know a lot of research says that it doesn't matter, but I use my research with my own eyes. And when I see students in all-day kindergarten reading at the end of the year, that's a good thing. And so I am supportive of all-day kindergarten. We have academic standards now for all-day kindergarten students, and our teachers are working extremely hard in teaching all of our all-day kindergarten students to read, and we are seeing great results. And we didn't have academic standards for all-day kindergarten students that we do today. And we should be putting our money and our support into our all-day kindergarten programs. Unfortunately, this year it was cut. And to me, that was a very wrong decision by our legislature and our governor to do. We need to put money into K-12. We don't need to take money away from our all-day kindergarten students. It's still a choice for parents who do not want to send their children to all-day kindergarten. They can send their children to half-day if they so desire. But I fully believe our money needs to be spent for K-12, and I believe in all-day kindergarten.
Jason, all-day kindergarten.
When I referenced earlier how the legislature struggles to do what's right, this would be yet another example of where they got it wrong. I'm 100% in favor of all-day kindergarten, and I think it was absolutely the wrong decision for the legislature to eliminate this program. That's why I'm proud that the school district in South Phoenix that I work for, the Roosevelt School District, we worked hard, thanks to the grants that I actually did reference that in the short term can make a difference for us, that we were able to preserve all-day kindergarten for all of our students throughout the district. Because we saw, especially working with a population of students coming from a low-income background, that don't have a lot of the learning opportunities available to them in the way that they might if they lived in a more affluent community, that it was absolutely critical to have more time to work with them to be sure that they are set up for success as they move through our school system. And I'm proud to say that thanks to all-day kindergarten, we were able to get 80 to 90% of our kids at each of our schools reading by the end of kindergarten. That is tremendously great for kids, and I do not like hearing that it's simply babysitting when you have those types of results for our children. So we need to get serious about reinstating all-day kindergarten for our kids so that it doesn't matter what district or where you live. And we need to not only focus on kindergarten, but we need to stop the attack on First Things First, which has been put on the ballot by the legislature again, another thing they got wrong. I was very proud that Arizona was in the top states when it came to early childhood education when we passed First Things First, when we supported Janet Napolitano's initiative on all-day kindergarten, and now we find ourselves once again at the bottom of the barrel.
I absolutely support all-day kindergarten. I believe that early childhood education is the foundation for not only success in K-12 education, but for success later in life. And fortunately for us, Harvard recently released a study that took those kindergartners that they did the longevity study for in Tennessee and checked 30 years later. And even though, yes, in fact, their test scores did not hold as better than their peers by the 5th grade, by the time they were 30 years old, they had better jobs, they were healthier, they had higher education attainment. Just proof that a test score doesn't tell you whether or not education, something in education is worth it. It's absolutely essential to our state. It is criminal that we are reducing opportunities for our youngest children rather than building them. It's going to take us some time in this economy to get back to where we were, but our kids deserve it, and we're going to have to do whatever we can to invest at an early age so our children are reading and writing and math literate by the end of 3rd grade. That's what will keep them in high school. That's what will help them be successful in college. That's what will help them be better citizens when they are older.
Finally, John, on this one.
The all-day kindergarten is a good service for parents. It's a safe place for children, and many children benefit from all-day kindergarten. But let's be really clear. One of the things you want out of your superintendent is for them to be a good referee. And there has been a huge study on the issue of all-day kindergarten. massive. $78 million was spent tracking 20,000 students from the start of kindergarten on through 8th grade. They took not only test score data, but they also took emotional data, both from the standpoint of the teacher and the child and the parents. And they found out that there was an upward bump academically at the end of kindergarten, but there was serious questions about motivation, pro-social, and antisocial behavior. Those issues were still there 5 years later. And so there are serious concerns about the impact on segments of children, about the impacts of all-day kindergarten. We need to have parents be good consumers of what is going on. If the miraculous results of all-day kindergarten were to have been in place, we would have seen some dividend in our test scores in 2009. We saw no dividend on the all-day kindergarten investment when the reading scores came through in 2009. And we need to know why. We need to flood the zone with researchers, find out why those effects are, caution parents, and do what we should do as a leader who calls the score correctly as a superintendent of public instruction.